The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the words that we made previously, get ready and get them set up so we can move to Illustrator to make some neon, because Illustrator I find is good for making your own custom lines. You could do it in Photoshop if you wanted. That's not a big deal. It's just kind of whatever your preference is. But I'm going to show you how to do it in Illustrator, just to kind of show you a different method that maybe you would normally approach. So first off, we're going to need to get the actual words that we used out of Photoshop into Illustrator. So we're going to make a simple image first. So how we're going to do that is we're going to pick the words that we use. So the things we want to have neon are going to be the Cosmos sign and the vacancy sign. So I'm going to duplicate these layers and move them up real quick. And let's turn on blank texture here. And let's move these above that. So we can make these pretty big for right now because we're just going to put them within the scene itself. So we're just going to be using these as images. Let me go ahead and make this gray so you can see where we're at. So we'll put the Cosmos up there. And for the vacancy sign, I just need one of them. But I do need the part that's going to say no vacancy as well. So I'm going to go ahead and type no. And I'm going to place that below this. So I have that, good to go. I don't need any effects on this, nor do I need the layer mask. And you can see back with our sign, we're going to be having this part with a piece of neon on it, as well as this part. So we're going to go ahead and file, save it to the desktop as just a simple image. We just need an image. That's all that really matters right now. And let's save it out. So we're going to open Illustrator. I'm going to say File, Open, or File New. Let's see if we can File, Open it, Desktop. And we want the JPEG that we just created. And we want, so we have that. So we're just going to be using this, like I said, again, as just to quickly make our lines that we need for the neon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the pen tool and I'm going to set up the pen tool's options here. So if you go to our line, we're going to make the weight. Let's test it. So we can do a few quick lines to test to see what it looks like. So you can see here, it's kind of blocky at the end. We don't want that. It's pretty angular. We don't want that right now. And also, we don't want to fill. So we're going to go to our fill section first. We're going to say no fill. Then we're going to go to our line here. And we're going to change our line color just for the time being to, let's say, a color we can see. So let's say this kind of color right here. Switch those two. So delete that. Let's test the line again. Still not working on that. Let me switch that again. Oh, here we go. And we want no fill. Okay. So now we should be good with that to go. So now we have the green line. And what we're going to want to is to set up for our style. So I want my, let's see, I want my line here. So as you're drawing in here, so you click once and you click and you drag, it'll make a curved line. you click again, you make a curved line as long as you drag at the end. So with that, we can do a couple different things with this style. And so we can change the stroke, we can change the fill, we can add different things to it. You can make a different appearance. You can change the opacity, the stroke. And so if you click on the stroke here, what we want is we want rounded cabs. And also we want rounded joints. And this is going to make it look more like neon when we're making it. So I'm going to minimize that. And so now you kind of have this neon kind of effect to it. So we're going to go ahead and delete that. And we're going to start creating our actual line on our sign here. So when you look at neon, it's kind of like a continuous piece of construction that's a piece that's been made that has the gas flowing through it or whatever chemical or whatnot flowing through it to illuminate it. So we want to make it kind of a continuous line. So we're going to start per letter, and so we're going to kind of wrap it around like so. And we're going to move it to here and continue on to wrap it around. And you can be a little sloppy, it just depends on what kind of style you're going for. You might be going for like a more hand painterly neon sign. You can certainly be a little bit more carefree about it. So I'm going to keep going here. And then I'm going to end about right here. And then to kind of give it more the effect of the neon, I like to go off the actual letter. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that part darker as if like it was kind of like made so that it could stick to the board, but that part doesn't glow. And you'll see what I mean about that as we continue on. So I'm going to tweak these. You can keep tweaking the angles or cleaning up how you like it. Getting it to whatever point you want it to look like. You can also, if maybe you want thicker neon, you could thicken it up some and stretch these points out so you get a better curve to it. Just really kind of tweaking it to be exactly how you want it. So basically what I did with this is I kept making the neon until I got it to a way I liked it so far. So if I'm gonna grab my other document here and open it up. And so I went through and I made the neon exactly how I wanted it. So now that I have that all set up, I can grab the neon like this. I grab it, drag it, and I can copy it and I can paste it back into my Photoshop file as a smart object. So now I don't need those under the other two layers just because they were just kind of establishing what I was doing with to make the sign. Now I have the actual neon here ready to go. So now that I have this ready to go, I want to separate this into channels just like I did before. So I'm going to change this to black. And I'm going to change this. Excuse me, go back to this. I'm going to blending options and change this to a color overlay of white. And I'm going to go ahead and select it all, edit, copy merged, and I'm going to paste a new layer, just like I did before with the emissive. And I'm going to go to the channels and I'm going to delete per channel the parts I don't need. So in the green channel is just going to be the no, the red channel is just going to be Cosmos, and the blue channel is just going to be vacancy. So you can see now they're all separated into a different channel. I can file, save this out as sign neon. Name it Targa. and save it out. So we're going to go ahead and bring this into our Unreal here. I go to my content browser and I go to my sign, and we're going to bring in the texture. And sign neon, good to go. And now we have that in. So now that we have that in, we're going to move on to getting our models reset up back up so that it actually will have these placed on top of it.